Hey guys, welcome to the Family of 5 Quick Tips. I'm Rachel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about transitioning clothes from one season to the next and how I store out of season clothes, as well as how we organize our girls' closet. Before I get started, I just wanted to share that here at our channel, the Family of 5 Quick Tips, we like to share tips and tricks and hacks and things that we've learned from being parents for the last 6.5 years, as well as the season of life we're in as we have 3 small children, and product reviews on products that we love and that we've used throughout the years. So if you want to see more from the Family of 5 Quick Tips, hit the subscribe button, and if you want to be notified when we release new videos each week, hit the bell. Okay, let's get started. I am currently in my daughter's closet. I have 2 girls and they are 6 and 4 years old, and they share a room, so they also share a closet. So the first thing I want to show you is the setup that we have in the closet right now. This is the setup that we put together right before the winter season started. We put their winter clothes down here, and then their summer stuff up a little higher because it wasn't being used as much. You know, here in Texas, there are warm days whenever it's winter, so we do need access to some of these things. And also up here I have their dresses that are short sleeve and sleeveless, but here in Texas it's still warm sometimes in the winter, so sometimes we'll put leggings under these dresses and they'll be able to wear them still. So we like to keep their summer stuff here in the closet, accessible if we need it, and not down here where we access things the most. First, let me just say this is the very end of the season. We are well into spring, and I've been needing to do this for several weeks now, so things are not the way they were when we first set it up. But the setup is typically long sleeve dresses over here and then long sleeve shirts here. At this point, my girls are very close in the sizes that they wear. So we are not actually separating their clothes. This is new for us. We used to have one side for one girl and the other side for the other girl, but they kind of just wear the same clothes. There's some things that one can't wear, you know, and the other can, but generally they either know which one is theirs or they're wearing the same thing. So we're kind of just combining. So all long sleeve dresses here, long sleeve shirts here, school shirts in the front that are short sleeve, and then lightweight jackets are here in the front. And then we have their shorts and skirts from the summer, tank tops and short sleeve shirts maybe that are just still summer shirts that they don't wear to school or anything. And then, like I mentioned, dresses that are short sleeve and sleeveless go up here. So this is what we did whenever we went from the summer, fall season into the winter, and we've kind of had it like this since then. So now what I need to do is put away these long sleeve dresses and jackets and all of their winter things, and put them away and pull this stuff down and get it ready for them to use more often. So before I start showing how I'm going to put this away, I just want to mention I do have a laundry hacks video that I shared a little bit about how I use this shelf in the past, along with why I don't fold all of their clothes. So with that, I'll just kind of give you a little bit about that. These tank tops here, I do not hang them up in the closet. So once I put all of these away, it's really just short sleeve shirts that they'll wear to school, and just select other things that we choose to hang up here. But for the most part, all of their tank tops get put in their drawer, and we don't even fold them. Usually we just lay them out like this, and they'll be placed in their drawer so that that's a way that we have come up with that allows them to help us as much as possible with laundry. Because I will tell you now, and I mentioned it in the laundry hacks video, I don't like laundry. Clothes overwhelm me, and I try to do the least amount of work with it as I possibly can. And if I can get my kids to help me, that's a win, and it just makes life so much easier for me. So let's go ahead and get started. And the very first thing I want to mention is, while you are starting this process of putting things away for the season, what you want to do and keep in mind the entire time is weed out everything that you know is not going to fit your kids the next season. I know that sometimes they have a growth spurt between the time that you pack it up and the time that you unpack it, so you'll likely have some things that you will also get rid of whenever you go to unpack everything, or whenever you pull things out after when the season starts again. So for now, whatever you know won't fit in the next season, let's go ahead and get rid of it. So for me, I know that my youngest daughter, who's going to be 5 next month, will not fit into her 4T clothes anymore. I know that those long sleeve shirts will not fit. So I'm going to go ahead and look at everything before I put it away, and make sure that I set aside all of the 4T stuff, because I know that she's not going to be able to fit into that. So now let me tell you a little bit how I pack all of these things up. Again, I do not like hanging clothes up, and I don't like folding them. So I'm always trying to figure out ways to make things easier on my future self when I'm packing things up or putting things away for the season. So for me, I'm gonna go through here, and all of the long sleeve shirts that the girls have, I'm going to leave them on a hanger, and I'm going to put them in our hall closet. We have some space in there, and during the non-winter months, we stored our long sleeve clothes in there as well, and it worked out really well, because once winter came around, all I had to do is just take them out, and they were already on the hanger and clean and ready to be worn. So I'm going to do that again this year. And with that, let me just I just wanted to mention a little bit about the way that I do things and the way that I look at the process of figuring out what works best for me and our family. Like I mentioned, this will be our second non-winter season using our hall closet to store clothes like this. Whenever you try out different things, just know that it doesn't have to be like that forever. So for us, when winter comes up again, I'm gonna be the one who will have to deal with these clothes. So if I pack them up now, put them in a container, fold them all up, and put them in the attic, then I'm gonna be the one to have to go get them down, unfold them, and then I guess if they've been stored in the attic, I'd have to wash them and then pull them back out and deal with them all over again. That does not work for our family, and I know that, so I don't want to do that to myself. My future self will really appreciate just going to the closet and pulling these clothes out and putting them back in here, and that's just not a lot of work. So we have the space, and that's what we choose to use it for. So all of this will be hung up in the closet, and I have a big bin that I store all their hats and gloves and jackets in, and I'll show you that in a little bit. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and go through all of this and pull out all the 4T stuff and get ready to take this to our hall closet. So as you can see, some of the summer dresses made their way down to this part here, but that just happens over time. It doesn't stay perfect the entire season, but for the most part, it kind of stays the way we set it up. Okay, I think I've gotten all of the long sleeve shirts and jackets out of here, along with hats and gloves and all that we had. You know, we live in Texas, and this year we had a snow day, and we actually got to use our hats and our gloves and all of that, which was really great. So we had them here, easily accessible for the season. I just got these little baskets, I guess. I think they're actually for an office. I got them at Home Goods, and I just store their hats in here, and then their belts kind of get laid across here. Thought it was a cute, really girly way to store this stuff, because I really like the gold. So that's what we have here on the side of the closet. But I just removed all the hats and gloves out of there, and we'll just keep their ball caps in there for the summer, and their belts as well. So before I start hanging other things up and pulling these dresses down, I just wanted to mention the next thing, and that is to embrace hand-me-downs. So we have been blessed with friends and family that like to pass things along to us. With having two girls, that's a lot of girl clothes to have and buy, and dresses and all the girly things. So it's really nice to have friends and family pass things down to us, and we also like to pass things along to our friends and family as well. So I will tell you that of all of these dresses here, I've probably purchased maybe 5 or 10, but for the most part, they are all hand-me-downs. So never be afraid to use hand-me-downs. Embrace them if anyone gives them to you. I always say, yes, I'll take them, and then if we don't use them, we'll just pass them along to someone else. So I have a really good system right now with the clothes that we have for our kids. So I have a niece that passes clothes down to us, along with probably 3 or 4 friends that have girls that pass clothes down to us as well. And then I have a friend that I give her clothes, and then a couple of nieces that I pass clothes down to as well. And then the friend that I pass girl clothes down to, she gives me her boy clothes. And so we kind of just have this system. Usually I'll say, okay, I've got a box for you, and then she has a box for me, and we just keep trading off. And then I just found out that someone that we know is expecting twin boys, and so now all of our boy clothes will be passed along to her. So it's just really nice to know that it gets passed along to someone. And then of course, anything that we don't share along with our friends here, we always donate to a church that's down the street from us, or just the Goodwill or something like that. I don't like to waste things and throw them away or anything like that. So we always try to find somewhere to get good use out of our secondhand clothes. And so that leads me into my next tip, and that is going to be about how to handle clothes that no longer fit and how to kind of keep up with them. So for us, I used to have a bin in our study that I would just kind of run in there and drop clothes in as they as I noticed that they weren't fitting anymore. Say that one of the girls tried on some clothes, or my son, if he tried something on and then it didn't work out, we'd kind of set it aside and I'd make my way to the study at some point. And then sometimes those clothes would make their way into the laundry and then they'd be put back up, and it just really wasn't a good system. So what I ended up doing is getting a bin and putting it in my kids' closets, and you want to make sure that it has a lid, but put the bin in there, and that way as soon as you realize, oh, this doesn't fit, you can put the clothes in the bin. So it's gone, it's not going to get mixed in, you don't have to look at it again and then redecide that it doesn't work out and you need to donate it or anything like that. And so you want to make sure that it has a lid so that nothing falls in there on accident. I always have this fear. You can ask my husband. I always double check things because I'm so worried about what if something else got mixed in and I wasn't ready to get rid of it or something like that. And so a lid really helps ease my anxiety about that. Once I put it in, I just make sure it snaps shut and I know that it's good to go. Also, my kids like to come in their closets sometimes and like to hide and play hide and seek, and they'll come and go through this and the clothes will fall off the hangers, and sometimes clothes would just fall in there. So we like to have a bin that has a lid, and we store it right here in their closet so that as soon as we know that we don't need this piece of clothing any longer, we can stick it in the bin and then we don't have to worry about it anymore. And so I can always just take that bin when it gets filled up or the season's over and I'm ready to pass them along to my friend or family member. I can just take that bin, and all the clothes that we are ready to pass along are here in this box, and I don't need to go and collect them throughout the house, and it just makes it so easy, so fast. I highly recommend doing that. And my last tip and hack is to have a basket in the closet that you can collect old clothes that are stained up but that still fit. So for us, up here on the top, I have this basket that's too full. Honestly, I'm gonna go through this as well. Anytime that my kids get maybe a shirt stained up or some pants kind of fit but they're too high or something like that, I will put into this basket, and this is their clothes for when they're doing yard work with dad, if they are outside and maybe putting mulch in the planter bed. We will put this on it, and you can see here that the bottom on this is just stained up, but this is exactly what you need for them when they're outside in the dirt and in the mulch doing yard work. If they're painting, we like to put clothes on them like this, just so that none of their good stuff gets ruined. But this basket is easily accessible. Usually I keep it at the top here, but I think this year my kids are just older and they can do it on their own. I think I'm gonna clean this out, get rid of the ones that I know don't fit, and really you don't need this many outfits like this, but I'll probably end up putting it lower here. Maybe I'll just put it on the shelf, I'm not sure, but I'll put it somewhere so that they can access it and get these old clothes whenever they need it. And just a little bit more about their closet before I start putting all this away. We keep extra sheets up here. It just kind of works out for us. Their dresser's pretty full with clothes that they have in there. We keep swimsuits here for now, but now that it's summer season, I think we're gonna put them in their dresser so that they can access those easily. Extra sheets, and then we have just their like sporty shorts here, and actually here's a skirt. And then also, you know, the shorts that you put under dresses, we like to put them in here too so that they can find those easily. I don't like to mix them in with something because they're so small, it's hard to see. So usually we have the shorts in one and then the shorts for under dresses in another. And I'm also gonna go through that right now and make that look better. So stick around, stay tuned, and I'll show you what the end result looks like. Another thing you want to do is, as you're bringing the clothes in for the new season, go ahead and check those sizes as well, just to make sure that you're putting in things that you know are going to fit. And if you have to bring the kids in and have them try something on, that's always a good thing too. We like to have short sleeve dresses in the back here, and then the sleeveless dresses we like to have here in the middle, and then the ones with the small straps like this we like to have up front. And then if all their school shirts, we like to still keep those in the front, along with the skirts. And Joel's really good at like color coordinating and kind of putting things in to make it look nice. That's not really my thing, so that's what he's doing right now. Okay, so we have a lot less clothes in here now, so it feels a lot less overwhelming, but let me go ahead and show you a little bit about what we did. We have all of their summer dresses and t-shirts, those sort of things in here. We have a couple costumes that we like to store in here that the girls like to play with that are really fancy, and then a couple dresses that they like to play dress up in, we store in here as well. But otherwise, everything else is going to be short sleeve dresses, sleeveless dresses in this area, rompers and dresses with those kinds of sleeves. We've got some skirts in the front, and then we have some t-shirts. Most of our shirts are going to be stored in their dresser, but we have a couple t-shirts that they do wear to school. We'd like to hang those up in here as well. And then some of their school shirts, like school pride shirts, also go in the front. We have a couple of fancy skirts that I always sort of just store these here, just for those one-off days where you want to dress something up. So all that gets stored here. And then in this basket, we pulled all of the pants out of their dresser and stuck them in here. So this will probably stay here. We may move it to the hall closet, but it's likely just going to sit here. And so we have a lot of space here left on the shelf in case we decide to move things around. We do that often. Just if something's not working, then we will move it around. And remember, it's all about what works for you and what makes things easy for you and your family and takes off some of the burden of just the chores and the putting away and just the headache of all of that. So whatever you can do to make things easier for yourself, you should do that. So for us, our kids can come in here, grab some shirts for school, grab some dresses, and then over in their dresser, I'm gonna go ahead and show you what we do and how we lay the clothes in there because we don't fold them. Also, I'll just mention again the laundry hacks video. I go into a little bit more detail on how we do the dresser and our clothing system at that point. So go ahead and check that out if you haven't already, but let's go ahead and go to the dresser. Okay, we ended up moving their swimsuits into the top drawer here because it is summer and we will be using these a lot, and it just makes it easier for them to come in here and grab their own swimsuits so that I don't have to do it. Also, this is my oldest daughter's drawer. We do not fold their clothes in here. Everything is laid out. We have shorts on one side and shirts on the other, so they're able to come in here and choose what they want. And this also helps with laundry. Whenever I'm done washing a load of laundry, this allows them to come lay their clothes in here, and I don't have to fold or even lay them in here, lay the clothes in here myself. They do it for themselves. And then the bottom drawer is for my youngest daughter. We have shirts and then shorts and skirts on the other side. You can see that she has a lot more shorts and skirts. She's less picky than my oldest, so that's kind of how things are going right now. But this again makes it easy for my 4-year-old and 6-year-old to come in here, lay clothes out, and they can get access them easy. Another thing that we do that I mentioned in my laundry hacks video is we do sometimes put outfits together and put them in a basket similar to this, and we will be doing that as well soon. We didn't do that for the winter season. Shirts or long sleeve shirts are a little bulkier to store in this basket, but when summer comes around and they're outside a lot more, we like to match a shirt and a tank top together, and I went into more detail on that in our laundry hacks video. So that's it. It feels so much better to have all of this put away. So everything's set up for this next summer season, and it feels really good to have everything cleaned up, so I'm going to bring the girls in here in a few minutes. I know they're going to be really excited that it's cleaned up because they also enjoy things being cleaned up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more from the family, 5 quick tips, hit that subscribe button, and if you want to be notified when we release new videos each week, hit the bell. Also, we like to leave you with a positive quote each week. And remember, be happy, have fun, and enjoy the season of life you're in. See you next time.